Kim Grehn. Kim, thanks for being with us. Appreciate you being here. It's also National Distracted Driving Month, so there's a lot to talk about here. We're glad you're with us.
Thank you.
All right, so let's talk about specifically, a lot of people are concerned because the teenagers are heading out there. It's really busy time. Graduation, prom, a lot of senior celebrations. So it's important to get those reminders out there.
Yeah, teen drivers, their biggest enemy is their lack of experience. Plus, their sense of judgment is not fully developed, so they tend to be risk takers. There are several things that can be done. Obviously, the driver training program that they go through is helpful, but actual driving experience is of supreme importance. It takes about 5 years to become an average driver.
Now, all kids have to go through the training, but what are some things that they need reminders on or refreshers? I mean, kids think they know everything all the time.
Well, the first thing I think is about risk, that risk is always present. And as a teen, they're more likely to be risk takers. Distractions are a huge problem, especially for the younger generation.
Right.
My sons have 4 devices going at once. So they're really not that good at focusing. Number one distraction for teens is other teens in the car. And that's where the party's going on.
Right, with friends in there.
I can recall as a teen,
music.
before we had driver training like this, we had driver's ed. I can remember having other teens in the car and blowing through a couple of stop signs.
Wow.
Yeah, didn't even see them.
And then in addition to having teens in the car, we've got the cell phone use.
Right, number 2 for teens, number 1 for the rest of us. We're all looking at the device and paying attention to it when it buzzes, goes off. For every 2 seconds we look away, we double the likelihood of a crash. And it takes another 27 seconds to fully refocus. And vision's the key to safe driving.
Yeah.
So behind the wheel, one of the things I'm trying to teach for young drivers is using their vision and looking as far out ahead as possible and not focusing on any one thing at any time, but constantly scanning back and forth.
Now, because other teens being in the car is the number one distraction for teens, that's why the young driver's law are in effect, right? That keeps boundaries on young drivers, new drivers. How effective has that been in the last 5 years?
The death toll among teens has been stubborn. 2,500 to 2,800 teens per year have died in collisions. They're not the only ones that are impacted by it. It's other people inside the car, could be other teens. It could be pedestrians, it could be other drivers. So it has a large impact on all of us. So teens are maybe 6% of the total number of drivers, and they're 20% of the collisions.
I don't recall exactly when that law went into effect here in Connecticut, but have we seen a drop in the number of teen crashes since those restrictions were put into place?
Yes, that was about 2008 when the GDL went into effect. That's the graduated driver's license with restrictions on who can be in the car for the first year. One of the big restrictions is no other teens.
Right.
Second 6 months you have your license, you can have immediate family,
Siblings.
which is brothers and sisters, but nobody else. And it gets ignored. I spent a lot of time waiting for teens for behind the wheel lessons at high schools, and they're loading up the car and they're taking off. And they're having fun, which is great, but there's a lot of risk involved. You're driving something that weighs 4,000 pounds.
Right. And obviously, as we head into prom season and graduation, just another reminder to talk to your kids about drinking and driving.
Right.
Can't talk about it enough.
Huge factor.
Yeah.
Well, for the young brain, which isn't fully developed, the first part of the brain affected is the part that controls your judgment. And most of the alcohol goes through the bloodstream, and then the brain, again, is the first part affected. Then it's muscles, especially the muscles around the eyes. And you start losing fringe and peripheral vision, so you lose depth perception and sense of speed. And you combine that with their lack of experience with alcohol, because when you're a teen, it's all about how much you have, and with driving, and it's a deadly combination.
Yeah, all right.
So I think that it's up to the parents to set the boundaries.
Oh, sure. Yeah, and I feel like you just can't talk about it enough. Just,
Right.
keep hammering it home.
We talk
Come up
about
with a plan.
Go ahead.
Yeah, come up with a plan, talk to your
Right.
kids, come up with a plan if you're in a situation, and don't hesitate to call your parents.
Right.
If you're in a situation that you just don't feel safe in. Kim, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Of course,